Okay, so your ham radio exam is coming up, like really soon, right? And the clock is ticking. You're probably staring at this huge pile of technical stuff thinking, there is no way I'm going to be ready. But hang on, don't panic. We're going to turn that feeling into a solid plan.
Oh, I get it. I really do. Technical exams are a beast, especially when you're short on time. It just feels like this giant, overwhelming wall of information. But what if I told you there's a smarter way to study? A strategy that hones in on what you actually need to pass, and more importantly, what you need to get you on the air.
All right, let's do this. We are going to slice and dice the official syllabus into a high-speed guide. We're going to pinpoint the absolute essentials, lock down those easy win questions, and really focus on the core ideas you just have to know. Think of this as your cheat sheet to getting that license fast.
First things first, before you even crack a book or watch a single video, you've got to make one huge decision. Seriously, this single choice defines your entire study plan, especially when you're racing against the clock.
So you've got two main doors to choose from, restricted or general. The restricted license, think of this as your express lane. You're working with 10 watts of power, but, and this is the big one, no Morse code test. If you're on a time crunch, this is probably your bullseye. Now the general grade, this gives you way more power, up to 400 watts and more frequencies. But it comes with that classic rite of passage, the Morse code test. This one decision really does change everything about how you're going to study.
So what are we even aiming for here? What's the magic number to pass? For the written part, you just need 50% in each section and a 60% average overall. That's our target. See? It's not about getting a perfect score. It's about being strategic and hitting that passing grade. Totally doable.
Okay, time to dive into the core theory. This is where the bulk of the points are hiding. But hey, don't let the word theory freak you out. If you just focus on a few key ideas, you're going to be in fantastic shape.
Pretty much everything in radio electronics starts right here with Ohm's law. It is the golden rule. It's the fundamental relationship between voltage, current, and resistance. If you can wrap your head around this one single concept, you've basically built the foundation for like half the exam.
And here it is, the formula you need to know. I equals V over R. Current equals voltage divided by resistance. Burn this into your brain. I promise you, you will absolutely see questions about this. Knowing this formula is like having a key that unlocks a whole bunch of answers.
Next, let's meet the three main characters you'll find in any circuit: resistors, capacitors, and inductors. Just remember their jobs. Resistors, they're the brakes. They slow down current. Capacitors are like tiny little batteries that charge and discharge super fast. And inductors, well, they're a bit stubborn. They hate change and try to keep the current flowing nice and steady.
You want to know a great way to pick up some easy marks? Learn the resistor color code. You will almost certainly get a question asking you to identify a resistor's value from its colored stripes. It looks a little intimidating at first, but once you learn the code, it's basically a freebie point.
All right, so we've met the individual parts, but now you got to see the big picture. How does a radio wave floating through the air actually turn into a voice you can hear? Well, it follows a very specific path.
This diagram is your best friend. A signal zips in through the antenna, gets a boost from the RF amplifier, the detector pulls out the actual information, the voice, and then the AF amplifier juices it up to power the speaker. Just know those stages in their order. They absolutely love to ask questions about this.
Okay, let's shift gears from the heavy-duty theory to what I call the easy wins. These are the rules and regulations. This isn't about tricky math or science. It's all about pure memorization, which is absolutely perfect when you're in a study crunch.
Knowing what you can't do is every bit as important as knowing what you can. The exam is guaranteed to test you on this stuff. Just remember the big ones. No playing music, no advertising your business, no stirring up political drama, and for sure, no false calls. These are simple, hard and fast rules. Easy points.
Welcome to the secret language of ham radio. Q codes are these cool little three-letter shortcuts. If you can just memorize the most common ones, like QTH for what's your location, QRZ for who's calling me, and QSL for yep, I hear ya, you'll not only ace that part of the exam, you'll sound like you know what you're doing from day one.
When the signal is weak and you need to be perfectly clear, you don't say B, you say Bravo. This is the phonetic alphabet, and it is another goldmine of easy exam points. Just run through them. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie. Knowing these is absolutely essential for clear communication.
Okay, this last part is for all of you out there aiming high, for those going for the general grade. Let's talk about the final hurdle, the Morse code challenge. This is the skill that really separates the two licenses.
Morse code is really a language of rhythm. It's all about these patterns of short sounds, the dits, and long sounds, the das. Every single letter and number has its own unique beat. It's almost like learning a musical instrument with just one key.
So, what's the benchmark you have to hit for the general grade exam? The magic number is 8 words per minute. It's not crazy fast, but it definitely takes some practice to get your ear and your hand trained to that speed.
And this is the beautiful, simple tool you'll use to do it. The telegraph key. It's so elegant. You press down, a circuit closes, and a tone is made. The timing of your presses, quick for dits, longer for das, that's what creates the language. This is the physical connection between your thoughts and the airwaves.
So there you have it. A high-speed, no-fluff path right through the ham radio syllabus. Whether you're aiming for the quick and easy restricted license or you're ready to take on the Morse code challenge for the general, you have a strategy now. You know the core stuff to focus on and the easy wins you can grab. All that's left is to do it. The airwaves are out there, waiting. Which frequency will you master first?